Haley, free go for end the van? Are you driving today? The fun is about to begin. So we're gonna go down to 1. Look at that. So this time I decided to do a hip camp. So we're gonna be camping out yonder, basically on private land. It's 20 bucks a night. I knew I was gonna get in around dark, and so seems like it's gonna be worth it. Let's get to the camp spot. This is the fun part. We're now on a trail. I'll see you guys there. Quickly just wanna show off, so we got fog lights, fog high. So these are the floodlights. So like at tonight right now, boom. Look at how much better visibility I have. I also have the option to actually dim these if I want to. This type of stuff you're gonna be fine with two-wheel drive. I haven't put anything in. Now ground clearance is another question. I'm not gonna do anything too fancy, so we got a steak we're gonna cook. Some leftover potato salad I did not make, but it's from a restaurant which I love. And some beets. So yeah, nothing too fancy tonight, but you know what? It's healthy, it's tasty, and it's convenient. So sometimes you just gotta cook leftovers. I'm happy with that. The steak will be from scratch, everything else ready to roll. This stuff. So if anyone's curious, so my steak just set off the new smoke alarm. I just installed the SimpliSafe in my van, and I didn't really want the monitored service, but they do it free for a month. I just want to be able to dial in remotely, monitor the temperature to make sure it's not below freezing or too hot. If the dog's inside the van, whatever, look at the cameras. Smoke alarm. So that goes off. I immediately silence it. The keypad was going off. I wasn't sure what to do. Basically, you have to enter your PIN code to turn it off. And immediately, like within 10 seconds of that thing buzzing, I get a phone call and it's SimpliSafe. Is everything okay? Do we need an emergency dispatch? I was like, no, just cooking a steak. I think it's too much for the monitored service for me. Also, I don't know if you're technically even supposed to be using these in vans. I wanted the remote services. They have good hardware. But yeah, just so you know, SimpliSafe works, and it works darn quick. You know, sometimes you're just trying to enjoy a nice steak with potatoes, and there's a mooch. Just gonna be a mellow night sitting here. I really don't feel like setting up the table. It's almost 9. A little bit of wine here, Chianti. I'll go back to my Italian roots. It's delicious. We'll do some adventures tomorrow for sure, so stay tuned. I'm gonna eat this. I'm probably gonna do some Astro, hang out for a little bit, enjoy nature, and I'll see you guys in the morning. There's something crazy about how the air in the sky looks here. There's just something about waking up in the morning like this that's so, I don't know, magical. It's really cool. Like, look at these mountains behind me right now. How sick is that? No one's around, the air is fresh, the sun's rising. I love soaking this in every morning, and all thanks to this guy for now. So real fun experiences. I'm glad that you all want to join me on these. With that, it is now officially coffee time. 9:15 and this one's still sleeping. This is what I like to see at a national park. There's no line at all. There's 4 cars. And there's the dunes. All right, so we just got into the park, and I gotta say it's funny, like driving up here, I had no idea what to expect. And I kept being like, where are they? Because all I see are mountains. I think I see them on the left, basically just a giant mountain of sand right next to normal Colorado mountains. Well, the general consensus right now is that it's pretty cool, but it's very windy. All right, well, this one doesn't seem to be having much fun. She's getting old, and it's just super windy. So we're gonna get back to the van, try to find a different spot to do a normal hike. You know, the crazy thing about this is it's not windy at all as soon as you get off the dunes into the parking lot. All right, so Wellington Ditch Trail looks like a pretty good option.
Have you heard about summer snow. When it falls on you, your blood runs cold.
All these butterflies
Don't
here.
you sweat your pretty skin.
Kind of cool.
'Cause it melts away for it sinks in. And you dream about this very night when the moon runs down the summer sky.
This is much less windy so far. No one was in the parking lot. There were like 4 cars, so it's not going to be that crowded. This is more my style. It's kind of weird because it feels like fall. Should be a fun adventure here. See the fall vibes? It's just kind of weird. Moment of truth. Do I take Mosca Pass or do we go to Montville Nature Trail? It's been a while since I've been on a good long hike, so I'm hoping she can hold up. We're going to try the longer one. 3 miler out and back. Not too bad. 6 miles total.
Could it be the morning of the spring when the sea runs dry and start to sing? Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it.
Honestly, this kind of turned everything around for me because this is a really cool trail. So definitely recommend if you do go to Great Dunes National Park that you do some of these trails because a little bit of everything. There's pines, there's rocks. I mean, look at these cliff faces right now. It's very warm and nice right now, but there's still snow on the ground too. Definitely wear good shoes, bring a snack, bring some hydration, but definitely turn the day around. Super happy with this hike. Gonna enjoy for a little bit, so get back to it.
And you cried and got back up again. And it's real to think that I could fly across a broken bridge in the fading light. Never thought ahead of my 2 feet. Never had a care in the world, you see.
You see, the problem with this one is that you can tell she's tired and she'll never give up. She'll pull me the entire way as long as we're going somewhere new. And as soon as we turn around that way, she'll just collapse and I'll have to try to carry her and then she'll get upset because she doesn't like to be carried. It's a whole thing. This might be our cue to turn around because we're getting up higher and now the wind is just getting super windy. Not that we're gonna fall off, but we're gonna be on a cliff. I'm more worried about her. I don't want this one to get too tired. We need some lunch too, so let's get back. Classic routine. She pulls me halfway, I pull her halfway. It's a good balance. Feeling better? You know, I always laugh at that because now it's something weird when we moved to Colorado. She used to hate water. Like even at the ocean, I took her to dog-friendly beaches and she would never enjoy it, I guess. Like the first hike we went on in Colorado, she just jumped in the river and just, she wasn't full up, you know, swimming, but she was knee deep in it. And like down there, she seems hesitant and then she gets a little wet and she's like, ah, this is kind of nice. And then she drinks and now she's got her energy, so. Successful hike. It is lunch, snack time. For any of you that enjoy sparkling water or water, whatever, I love Liquid Death, and I just saw they came out with these flavored ones. So this is lime. We also got mango here. So I love sparkling water when I'm working, when I'm hydrating. Mineral water specifically, if you didn't know, is much better for you than distilled water. Distilled water actually removes basically everything from it and can dehydrate you. I know this from my ultra running and long running. You actually want mineral water. You want salts, you want things inside of it. This is mineral water, big reason I like Liquid Death. So when I saw they came out with the flavored ones, I was like, this sounds awesome. Tried it and they add agave nectar so it's sweetened. And when I'm drinking sparkling water, I want to quench my thirst. I don't like sugar and all that. So I don't know, if they just had lime juice in it, I think I would have loved it. But with the sweetness, it kind of threw me off. So I'm probably gonna be sticking with the regular one. But hey, if you like a little sweetness in it, feel free to try these out. And then one other quick thing to show you guys. I got this when I was out in Moab the first trip. So the first time coming back from California. And it's ghost pepper and it's delicious. And it's funny because I just leave it in here and I forget it's in here. I've still got a little bit left, so I'm gonna enjoy this right now. Headed out of the dunes now. Not the mission we left for necessarily, but I think it turned out well. We're gonna head to Zapata Falls. Zapata? I think it's Zapata. That sounds better anyway. It's right outside Great Sand Dunes. I saw it coming in, and then as I was leaving, I'm like, you know what? And so I looked at a photo real quick. It looks pretty sick. It really doesn't even look that bad, but you hit these washboard sections and it's just... I know it's rattling back there and I can fix it. I will say the storytellers are built well, but it's roads like this that just, it's the difference between a truck and a home. A home on wheels. Slightly worried about this one on this hike because it's a little rocky. I know she's tired. We're gonna try to make it to the falls. We'll do our best. Well, no waterfall. And those are the great sand dunes in the distance. I'm very curious to see what happened there because I should not have had that much difficulty getting into that spot. I had to go into 4 low just to back up into that. Again, don't know why. Yeah, there's some sand, there's some hills, but it's nothing crazy. But we made it. Just a quick update on trying to get out of that spot. The only interesting thing I can call out is I had ESP, which is their traction control, still on. I've done some pretty crazy stuff in this and I've never had to mess with that. Maybe the system was sensing slippage and decided not to, but like you saw it kick out dirt in a few instances. So I'm gonna mess with that in the future to see if it makes a drastic difference. Either way, that was a very simple spot to get out of, back down a hill, essentially backwards. And you hear the engine revving, then it kicks a tire and then just kind of stops and doesn't do anything. We'll try out turning off ESP next time. Other than that, I think 4 low's the way to go. Hey Kyle, what's one of the worst ideas you've ever had? Let's carry our camera while trying to one wheel in the desert. I haven't ridden this thing in a while, and the last few times I've ridden it, it's been a little sketchy, let's just say. I'm not showing you the earlier stuff. I did not carry the camera. This trail's actually not that bad. That was dumb. Woo! Success. We didn't drop the camera. Getting off this thing is the hardest freaking thing. Getting on it, getting moving, even balancing isn't too bad. For some reason, every time I try to stop, like you lift one side of your foot or you have to jump off basically. And yeah, that's when it gets real sketchy because if you don't do it right, the one wheel keeps spinning. You can either fly into your shin or just kick out. This one's judging me too. Hey! Fun fact, I finally realized LEDs, when you dim them, that's what's causing the issue with all my, basically the lines when I was filming. That's why I was using the external lights randomly. So I basically just have to turn them up the whole way and then they'll work. Good morning. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee, hit the road here, get back home early so I have at least half of my Sunday to enjoy. I also think I'm selling the original wheels that were on this vehicle. Can't thank you all enough for joining along on this adventure again. Comments below for a reason. You got any questions, feedback, let me know. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe for more adventures, and as always, it's been a pleasure.